Hey, it's Christina from Proven Winners Colorchoice Shrubs, and for today's walk, it's going to be all about our midsummer show of hydrangeas. There's obviously so much going on right now, and I want to show you all of our beautiful hydrangeas. I know we see them every week, but this week we're going to just dive right in. A great example of the two different types of flowers a panicle hydrangea can have. The Lacecap kind here, and the full panicle here. Now there are so many panicle hydrangeas for any garden situation. If you want the full kind here, we've got them small, medium, large. We've also got a lot of beautiful Lacecap options. Now if you're not sure what your garden needs for panicle hydrangeas, shoot us a message, leave us a comment. We can give you a suggestion. Here's a look at some of our panicle hydrangea trials. It is so fun to see all the different shades of cream and green and even brilliant white. It's exciting to think what's going to come out of this group. So here is a lovely example of a Lacecap hydrangea doing its job. The bees are here, so excited to get some nectar from these beautiful Lacecap flowers. This is Tough Stuff Mountain Hydrangea. Gets 2 to 3 feet tall and wide, hardy in zones 5 through 9, and it is extremely reliable. You can expect this plant to rebloom. Even if it is killed to the ground in the cold winter, it will produce buds on new growth, like that. So you're sure to get a show, and it is just a really amazing plant. This is Let's Dance Can Do Reblooming Mountain Hydrangea. Now this hydrangea is much different from its predecessors because it has the ability to set flower buds along the entire stem length. So ordinarily you'd see flower buds just at the tippy top here, but this plant can set buds along the entire stem, so you're getting an insane flower coverage. This also means that it is extremely cold hardy. Even if the tippy tops die back, you're still going to get flowers. Even if the whole plant dies back, you're going to get flowers because this is a rebloomer. It's hardy in zones 4 through 9. That's right, we know it'll bloom in your zone, and it gets 3 to 4 feet tall and 3 feet wide. It gives you an amazing show from head to toe, and it's just a really fabulous plant. And here is a really fun new smooth hydrangea. This is Invinciblebelle Garnetta. It's got these awesome two-toned flowers. So you can see the front of the petals are this silvery pink color, while the backs are that very deep, kind of dramatic, moody red. So when you look back at them and you have a whole show of blooms, they're really captivating. You can see there's just so much depth to each flower. And the best part about this plant is that it's super tough. It's hardy in zones 3 through 8. It has extremely strong stems. You can see even after a ton of rain here, none of these blooms are flopping. And now that does come with a caveat. I think pruning smooth hydrangeas, you only cut back about 1/3 of the height and width each year to make sure that the stems are going to grow nice and tall, but not too tall and weak. Speaking of tall, it gets 2.5 feet tall and wide. A lot of really amazing hydrangeas made their way into the garden centers this year, and this is one of them. This is Invinciblebelle Lace. It's a smooth hydrangea. It's got these amazing Lacecap flowers, so it attracts pollinators, and a really open and airy habit. So this plant fits really nicely into informal style gardens where maybe you've got wildflowers or you're really embracing seed heads, staying standing in the wintertime, because this will still offer you a show in the winter. It's hardy in zones 3 through 8, gets 5 to 6 feet tall and wide, and it's just a really neat kind of airy looking plant. This grouping of Invinciblebelle Minima smooth hydrangeas is looking really amazing right now. I just love this underplanting under the trio of magnolias, and I think it's great proof that sometimes simplicity can be very engaging as well. I feel like I could walk around this planting from every angle and not get tired of it. Another amazing row of Panicle Hydrangea trials. And here's a look at one of the best hydrangeas ever. Now I might be a little bit biased, but Gatsby Pink has it all. It is pretty big. It gets 6 to 8 feet tall and wide, but if you have the room to devote to it, it's totally worth it. Now these flowers are where the show starts. So they start out white, and then they turn this rich, deep pink. And then when the winter comes, the flowers stay intact, so you get a really nice, beautiful show. And then we've got the foliage, which is obviously unique on its own, but in fall it turns a really dark shade of maroon. I have some planted in my own garden, and people really do stop and look at it. And then third is the habit. So it's got a really unique structural, kind of whimsical, bendy habit, which is great for a native garden, which it is, or a woodland garden. Or if you've got kind of an elegant style garden, this could be the structural element that you were looking for. It's hardy in zones 5 through 9, and it's extremely heat tolerant. So if you are used to your plants wilting, get one of these, tuck it into a little bit of shade, and watch it go. And here is a Gatsby Gal Oakleaf hydrangea. This hydrangea stays a bit smaller, just gets 5 to 6 feet tall and wide. So if you don't have as much space to devote to your oak leaf, this is a great option. Its white flowers also mature to a lovely shade of pink. It's not as dark as Gatsby Pink, but it is still very impressive. And this is a big leaf hydrangea. These are all hydrangeas that are being trialed right now, but you'll see that they've got the bigger leaves than the Hydrangea serrata, the mountain hydrangea. So Hydrangea macrophylla is what we're looking at right now, and they are known for their big, showy mophead blooms. So if you like this look, check out our Let's Dance series. We've got a lot of amazing hydrangeas in that series, the newest of which is Big Band, which is hardy in zones 5 through 9 and gets just 2.5 feet tall and wide. And it's an amazing plant because it reblooms. So you will be sure to get plants that are going to give you flowers if you go with the Let's Dance series. And some other hydrangeas that are worth checking out if you like the big leaf type are Wee Bit Giddy and Wee Bit Grumpy. Very cute hydrangeas as well. Talk about hydrangea goodness. There is so much to see this week, and I know there's even more to see next time we come into the garden. And if you have any questions about anything we saw today or want to see something in particular next week, leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you again next week.